Hello Sunshiners, I have a question for you. Are you a control freak? Do you need to be in control of everything? Do you get stressed out when things are not within your control? How do you handle things when you're not in control of them? And also, do you live your life by everything having to be a certain way? I'm quite a spontaneous person, so I'll do things on a spontaneous level where I'll, if my husband says, "Oh, do you fancy going for a walk?" and we've not really planned it in, I'll go for a walk. I don't try to plan it in every single thing. I like to leave a little bit of space for things to just be able to pop them in if you need to. I mean, obviously I plan for my work and my clients and stuff, but I don't try and plan everything, especially like days off. I like doing things spontaneously and, like having a ride to the seaside, that sort of thing. But the question I asked is, are you a control freak? And what's in the control zone and what can you control? So control freaks come this way. That's pretty much all of us, by the way. We freak out over such things as the weather and world news, even though we know we can do nothing about them and we can't control that. Ironically, we often neglect a lot of things that we can't have control over, like looking after ourselves. We tend not to do that. We have control over our own lives, we have control over our bodies, we have control over our own environment, yet we tend to not think about that, and we tend to think about things which are outside of our control, and then they set you in worrying and a worry pattern. The fact is that the more we focus on things that we can't control, the more frustrated and miserable we become. Here is a quick exercise to remind yourself what lies within your control and where to focus your energy. So, number one, what's going on? Take a pause to think about what you are worried or upset about. Number two, can you control it? Yes or no? It's a pretty straightforward question that. You can either control it or you can't. Or can you control it just a little bit to make it a little bit easier? Number three, if you can control it, what can you do that is helpful? Do it or make a note to do it later. Number four, if you can't control it, put your focus on something you can control. Do some deep breathing or go for a walk. Number five, what about the maybes? There's always a maybe. So what about the maybes? Sometimes we can influence what happens but not control it. Do something that is helpful, but you know that you cannot dictate the outcome. So it could be things like you're going for an interview and you can't control what the interviewer is going to say or what the outcome is going to be. So the best thing to do is be as prepared as possible and then go into the interview with your head held high and do your best. That's all you can do. That's what you've got within your control, and that's all you can do. And then you know inside that you've done your best with it. A tip for you is draw two control circles. Which one does your worry belong to? And then you can write it in there. Or the other thing that you can do is do it as a journal. You can put it in a journal entry. So you would put, this is what my worry is, and this portion of it I can control, this portion of it I can't. And then you can weigh it up then, because when you put it down on paper it becomes more real and you can see it for what it actually is. So you can think about it and try and plan something in your mind as to say, I really don't need to be thinking about that now. it is out of my control and I should just let it go, because that'll make you feel so much better in yourself, and it stops you getting, well, for me, I get, if I do get worried about anything, which I tend not to anymore, but if I do, and I get myself all in a knot, and I have like heart palpitations and butterflies in my tummy and things like that. So if I write it down on a piece of paper and look at it and say to it realistically, are you worth getting all anxious about because I can't control you? Or is it just better to say, right, it's out of my control, I'm going to do my best, and that is all I can do? You know, worrying about it and just trying to control it, even though you can't control it, it's not going to serve you any purpose, because all it's going to do is make you more anxious. So get out your journal, do a bit of writing. Even if it's only 5 minutes, it doesn't even have to really be that long. You could just spend a few minutes doing it, but it really will make a massive difference and make you feel so much better. So that's it for today. I shall see you again soon. Bye.